right? So this is in continuation to our previous lecture where we are deriving relation for these reactors in parallel, right? So here I said that Vi is equals to Fa0 Xi. This is from mole balance equation, right? Since all these reactors are of equal size at equal temperature, right, and have equal feed rates, so conversion would be same in all the reactors, and rate of reaction, since temperature is same, so rate of reaction would also be same in all the reactors, right? And Vi, which is the volume of one reactor, would be equal to the total volume divided by the number of reactors, right? And if we have like 2 reactors, right, and total volume is 10, this is what I explained in the previous lecture also. So the volume of each reactor would be divided by total volume divided by the number of reactors, right? It would be 5 meter cube, right? And molar flow rate, right, since liquids or the reactants are flowing in, molar flow rate would also be flow rate, total flow rate divided by n. This is molar flow rate through one reactor, right? Now we'll just substitute volume, right, and molar flow rate here in mole balance equation, in design equation that we originally derived from mole balance equation. So here it would be Xi right, yeah, it's Xi upon Ra I, right, and in place of V I'll put V upon N, right, N and N will get cancelled, it will become V is equals to Fa0 Xi upon Rai, right. This is same as the equation for any one reactor, right. This equation is same as the equation for any one reactor. What does this mean? What does this mean? Because this is same, this is little surprising, right. So what this means is, that the volume, it doesn't matter whether you take 2 chemical reactors, right, or whether you take one big chemical reactor, right. It doesn't matter whether I take 5 meter cube, 2 reactors, or I take 10 meter cube, a single reactor, right. The conversion would be same, right. This is what it means, right. So the result that we got, this result, sorry, I forget to put the minus sign, right. So this result shows that the conversion achieved in when any one of the reactors in parallel is identical to what would be achieved if the reactant would fed in one stream to one large reactor, right. So what, since by designing what we are what we are trying to know, we are trying to know how much reactor volume is required for specified amount of conversion, right. Now based on the equation that we got, the volume required or the conversion that would happen, right, in multiple reactors, right, would be same if I take a bigger reactor, right, in place of 2 reactors of 5 meter cube volume, right, the conversion would be same that would happen in 10 meter cube reactor. This is what it means, this is what this equation means, right. So in parallel, what we conclude is that it doesn't matter if I take 5 reactors, right, or I take one big reactor, right, of volume equal to that of 5 reactors, the conversion would be same, conversion would not be affected, right. This is what it means. And in the previous lecture, this I think I forget to explain the damn whole this graph, right. This graph is where we are looking at conversion. On the x-axis, on the y-axis we have number of tanks that we are connecting in series, right, and this is the conversion rate based on the number of tanks, right? And we are looking for each conversion, we are looking for Dam-Holker number, right? So here initially when Dam-Holker number is less 0.1, right, we need more and more reactors, right? But if you look at this, when the Dam-Holker number is 1, right, when Dam-Holker number is 1, you can see that conversion is around 90%, right? That means when the conversion is 90%, if you look at number of reactors, it would be 2 to 3, right? So once I achieve conversion of 90%, then it would not be possible, right, to justify adding a fourth or a third reactor, right, because I have already achieved conversion of 90%, right, which I got to know from the value of Dam-Holker number, right? As we said before, that the Dam-Holker number greater than 90, right, greater than 90% or 0.9, right? So based on Dam-Holker number, we look at the conversion, right? So this is how Dam-Holker number helps us to design the reactors. If Dam-Holker number is like tau k is equals to 1, right? So now we can see that conversion has reached around 90%, right? So now whatever number of reactors you have for 90%, you can't go ahead and add another reactor. You can't justify the cost of that reactor, right? Because everything needs a cost, right? You have to justify your design with the cost, with the economics, right? So Dam-Holker number when is 1, right, your conversion is 90%, right? And just look at the number of reactors, how many reactors are needed for that, right? And when you can see from this graph, when Dam-Holker number is less, around 0.1, right, you need more reactors to be connected in series, right? I hope this is clear. Thanks.